Are you still confused by your commercial contract? Like, you know, some terms, but not all terms? Don't worry, I've been there and I've got you. My name is Ashley and I am a working commercial actress here in Los Angeles, and this is part 2 of 10 commercial terms every actor should know. Just to make sure we're on the same page, if you haven't seen part 1, I would watch that first. Just like part 1, we are going to be using breakdowns from Casting Network just to make sure there's no confusion. And make sure to stay till the end because I did throw in a little bonus tip. So let's get into it. Term number 6 is AF, or sometimes you'll see it as 20% near the rate. AF stands for agency fee. This is normally a 20% commission that the client pays your agent as a thank you. Like, hey, thanks for providing this awesome talent for our spot. So we're gonna take a look at a breakdown, well, 2 of them, just so you can see how that normally looks. So here on this breakdown, it says $600 for the day, $1,500 for the buyout, plus 20%. And see, there's like nothing by that. So you're like, what's that 20%? That's the agency fee. And if it depends on another, posting, another casting director actually types it out, you'll see it here, $1,500 plus 20% agency fee. So this agency fee, this 20%, even sometimes 10, depending on how low budget the non-union commercial is a separate fee that the client pays directly to your agent. So this is separate from your day rate. This is separate from your buyout rate. But wait, there's more. Most commercial agencies in Los Angeles, New York, they take 20% from your day rate. They take 20% from your buyout rate on top of that 20% agency fee that the client is paying them. So just be aware of this. This seems to be the norm. I am not happy with this either, friends, but this seems to be the norm. There are a few agencies out there that are super cool and they only take the 20% agency fee and they do not take any additional money from the actor's day rate or buyout rate. But those are like diamonds in the rough if you do find those agencies. So that's what AF is, 20% commission that the client pays to your agent for providing you. Now you're like, what? Wait, Ashley, I self-submitted to this. I don't have an agent, or maybe I do and I just self-submitted and I got this myself. Where does that 20% agency fee go? Nowhere, honey bun, you don't get it. I know it's crazy to me. I'm like, hey, I submitted myself, I should get this 20% agency fee, right? Nope, they do not give it to self-submissions. They only give it to actual agents. So no 20%, kiddo, if you self-submitted yourself. Term number 7, COVID. Now this stands for COVID testing. There are 3 different types of COVID testing that commercials do. So option 1, the more common one, is when they ask you to take a COVID test, usually a day or 2 prior to the actual commercial shoot date. So you are going to be traveling to a clinic to get the test done and then you come back home, and that is a separate COVID flat rate fee that they are paying you outside of the day rate, outside of the buyout rate, because you are traveling to get this test done. That is normally what they do. Option 2 is they don't really want to pay you to go get a COVID test, so they'll have a production assistant literally hand deliver a at-home COVID test to you at home, and since you didn't travel anywhere, there is no COVID rate. I know, kind of weird. Option number 3, which in my opinion is really not smart for production to do, is if they ask you, hey, you're booked, let's get on set, and they literally have you test on set the morning before you shoot the commercial. So let's say you're positive, right? You just travel to set and you're positive. Unfortunately, you're not able to shoot the commercial. So let's take a look at a breakdown. It says, if released on set due to positive COVID test, talent will be downgraded to the COVID standby rate. So you will still be paid a COVID testing rate because you traveled to set, but they will have to release you and you have to go home, and that's all the money you get. And they call the next person on avail to rush them to come to set. Now, let's say we're back at option 1 where you did test 1 to 2 days earlier, and if you are positive, same goes for that, where you get paid the flat COVID day rate, and that's all you get. And if it's option number 2 where you test at home, you weren't getting paid anyways, so there's no losing money for that. You just, don't get to shoot the commercial. I do not care as of now, 2023, that COVID tests are kind of like non-existent. Still wear your masks indoors, outdoors, live your life. But if you know you're gonna be like in a theater, in a crowded room, just wear it. You really don't wanna miss out on a booking because you potentially have COVID. One of the commercials I booked, that happened to me where I was on avail, I didn't get the commercial, I was like, shucks. And then literally the next day, my agent was like, oh, the girl that they chose has COVID. You were number 2, you got the commercial. So hey, don't want you guys missing out on any bookings. I know it's like nobody's wearing masks anymore, but it's literally your health. It's literally your income. Wear a mask indoors, but do what you want, just advice. Term number 8 is rehearsal. You can think of this as just another shoot date, but prior to actually shooting the commercial. Usually when they have rehearsals, it's a SAG project that has a big budget, or they have a celebrity. So they basically want to rehearse the day before like said celebrity comes who's like on a tighter schedule, their time is more valuable, or they're paying them ridiculously more than they're paying us. So that rehearsal day usually is the same amount as a day rate. And they're basically like trying on the clothes on, seeing the colors, seeing the shots, how far are they from this, how do they want to pan. They're figuring all that out prior to the shoot date to save them time, figure out, do we need that shot? Should we add a shot? It's just figuring out all the logistics before the actual shoot date. So again, this is normally the same day rate amount of monies that you'll get for rehearsal. Term number 9 is print or photo. Whenever you're looking at a commercial breakdown, just know that typically there is a separate fee for print. So there should be a fee for the video, movement, motion, commercial portion, and there should be another fee for the print photo portion. So let's take a look at this breakdown. Right here, it says $500 plus 20% agency fee that we were talking about at still photography shoot session. So if they are taking pictures of the performers on set during the commercial, they're gonna pay them $500. But look, it goes even further. They say if they're using any of these for digital marketing, social media, digital ads, website content, additional $1,000 for that 1 year usage will be paid plus the 20%. And even more, if they are printing this, like this is in magazines, newspaper, collateral, direct mail, newsletters, anything of that sorts, they're gonna pay you another $1,500. So just so you guys know, usually it shouldn't be one lump sum rate. It should be broken down of this is the video commercial portion, this is the print portion for the still photography, for digital media marketing, for physical printed like newsletters. Just so you know, everything kind of has its category and has its separate rate. And here it is, your twofer. Term number 10 and 11, OCP and BG. OCP stands for on camera principle. BG stands for background. So let's take a look just so you can see where they usually put this. This is for Kohl's, non-union, $675 for your day rate, plus 20%, meaning the agency fee like we spoke about, and then the OCP day rate. So on camera principle. So on camera principle, you are in focus, you are in the foreground, you are the person selling the product, right? You qualify for the residuals if it's a national SAG kind of deal, or you qualify for the buyout if it's non-union. But remember, you only get that buyout residual money if you are in the final cut and if you're recognizable. Now, BG is background. You are in the background. You are filling the environment. You are not in focus. And because you are not recognizable, you do not get residuals. You do not get the buyout. So if you see those letters, if you're just starting out and you're like, what is OCP? OCP, on-camera principal, selling the product. BG, background, helping sell the environment. If you guys like this video, let me know if there's any terms you want to know about. I'm down to create that, and make sure to check out this video here.